It's Freedom Day for Britney Spears. The Pop-Tart is expected to be released from her 14-year conservatorship. 39-year-old Britney Spears for the last 14 years has been under a conservatorship that's been overseen by her father, Jamie. It has been described as a toxic situation for Brit, and numerous people are defending her and supporting her in her bid to finally get the freedom. Now, this emerged when Britney had a crack up about 14 years ago, the shaving of the head and all that other nonsense. But now she says she's better, she's ready to take control of her life. What this means next is what's going to be interesting. There is expected to be a pile of lawsuits that are going to be shooting back and forth between Britney, the conservators, and mainly her father, Jamie, who has been under fire for creating an intolerable situation for his daughter. Heroes are in short supply in Kenosha, Wisconsin at the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse is the kid who wandered around and shot 3 people, 2 of them dead, at a protest over a Black Lives Matter when a gentleman was shot and wounded by police in that Wisconsin city. But what happens is 3 people end up shot, 2 of them dead. Now, the 3 people shot, they're not exactly pillars of the community. One of them's a sex offender, and they have other various and sundry criminal encounters. However, you shouldn't be taking a gun to a protest. Rittenhouse said, he felt frightened. He cried in court the other day. It doesn't look like the prosecution's doing a very good job of putting him in prison, which will be for life if, in fact, he is convicted. But that won't happen until next week sometime when they have the final arguments in the murder case of Kyle Rittenhouse. Meanwhile, his mom is blaming Joe Biden for the trauma and terror her son is in. We just blame the Second Amendment here. Cops in St. Louis, Missouri say Reed Perez, 25, with an unusual tattoo in the center of his forehead, is a serial killer. According to FBI and local police, Perez went on the trail and in St. Louis and in Kansas City murdered at least 6 people. That's what they say. He denies wrongdoing. He found the gun, but he would travel apparently on train from Kansas City on the Amtrak to St. Louis and back. And on those trips, he would go kill. Now, the people that he has murdered were random. There was no beef, no reason at all. They were just innocent victims by and large. Now, he's declaring that he didn't do it, but we'll see about that. Now, keep in mind that Missouri is a death penalty state. If he is convicted, there's an outstanding chance he will find himself on death row and thus getting the needle to the big adios. Fashion mogul Peter Nygard has had his legal proceedings put over for 2 weeks, and that was decided in a Toronto courtroom. Nygard is charged with a slew of sex crimes by the Toronto police, and he is also under indictment for one charge of sex trafficking in New York. He has waived extradition, so the jet setter, he will be finally back on a jet, probably within the next couple months, to face American justice. Nygard has for years been surrounding himself with beautiful women. Now, a lot of these women, and some of them underage girls, are claiming that Nygard had sexually molested them and all sorts of other nefarious things. Is this the fall of a Canadian icon? We'll soon see. Let us know what you think. For Sun Media, I'm Brad Hunter.